I would say learn as much as you can and get as far as you can just by doing the research on your own.
Today I'm with Desirae Odjick.
Yep.
And Desirae is a specialist in social media. Is that correct?
Social media and web content, yes.
Okay. So, if I'm a small entrepreneur and I do want to have a presence on the web, where do I start?
First and foremost, I would say start with a website. There are so many free tools and so many resources that you can find to help you set one up. And before you get into any other promotions, you want to make sure that you have somewhere to direct people, your own website that explains who you are, what you're about, and how you offer what these people need. That would be my first step.
Okay, so I suppose that it's important to write out what it is that you represent before you start developing your website.
I would say so. And I've worked with a few clients who getting that kind of material down on paper, even just the conversations that you would have to figure that stuff out, really helps people get clear on who they might be talking to. And those written resources can go towards one-pagers for investors or help you be more comfortable speaking about it when you meet people at a networking event. So I'm a big believer in having everything thought through and written down at least once, even if no one ever sees it.
So that means that you should have your elevator pitch and you should have a good definition as to your clientele basis and so on and so forth.
I would say so, yes.
What do you think are the key elements to a good website? What must a person do to get going properly?
I would say if you've never written a website before, ask for help, whether it's a friend who you know has done it before, another entrepreneur in your network, or Google. Google has some pretty good answers sometimes, but there are so many people who have gone before you and either they've written about their experience or they'd be willing to take you out for coffee and give you a step-by-step. You need an about page, so you need the page that explains who you are and what you're doing. If you're selling products, you need to write about them and say what your product or service is, how it can help someone. And you need a contact page. So you need, if someone gets to your website and they're really interested, you need to make sure that they can get a hold of you and follow up to give you their money.
Okay, Desirae, now we have this good-looking website. What will be the next step?
So they're not on your website yet because you've just created it. So do some research, look at who's tweeting about your subject by doing a simple Twitter search, look at who's blogging about your areas of expertise, look at networking events in your city, your province, or your country. Where are these people going to meet in person? And so if you can find one or two places that you know the people you want to talk to are, go there, whether it's in person, whether it's on Twitter or it's Instagram or it's Tumblr or it's Facebook. I mean, there's 1.2 billion people on Facebook. Chances are some of your audience is there. So do your research, find out where they are. Don't go everywhere. Start with a few key places and go there first.
What about blogs that you find, for example, there are groups associated to LinkedIn or whatever, it's one. What about those? Is that a good source to get going with?
It depends on who your customer is. So I would say if you're selling to other businesses, so I consult on websites and social media. If I'm looking for entrepreneurs, I might go to LinkedIn for an entrepreneurs networking group. But if I'm selling moccasins, maybe I'm on Facebook promoting my website and I'm on Pinterest pinning different images of my product because I have a visual product that end users like to buy. So I'm not selling to other businesses, I'm selling to individuals. And that kind of differentiation will change where you should go first.
Okay. You said earlier that we should also have a face-to-face presence by going to events. Once you're at those events, what should one do?
First and foremost, and this is just me personally, I'm a little bit creepy at events. I like to see who's going first. So if I can, I'll look at if there's an event hashtag or anything like that, or an event attendee list online. I'll look at it and I'll figure out who are 5 or 10 people that I really want to meet. do some research, not in a creepy way, but if they have a website or if they're on LinkedIn, I want to know things about them so that when we start talking, I can say, oh, it's great to meet you. I follow you on Twitter and I really love your blog, or things like that. So first step, I like to, if I can, do my research, know what my goals are, know who I want to meet. And then when I meet them, be interested, listen to their story, tell yours, be ready to explain why you're there and what you're about, and be personable. I mean, they're there to connect with people, not be pitched on your business. So be yourself, I would say.
How important is it also to form some type of partnerships with groups or whatever so that people could come to your site?
I would say very important, and your personal network is so valuable. Even if you don't think that you're just starting your business, you're thinking, well, my family and friends, that's not my professional network. It could be. You don't know who they know, and they might be the one who refers your first customer to your business. Again, whether you're a consultant or you're selling shoes. And so make sure that everyone knows what you're doing, connect with as many people as possible, and be open to reaching out to offer yourself as a partner to other established businesses that are complementary. So if you sell shoes, maybe there's a sock store in the area that you could connect with, that kind of thing. So don't be afraid to reach out. Make sure to make use of your existing network and always be open to those kind of opportunities.
Do you need big bucks when you start off and to invest in your web and social media and so on and so forth?
Not at all. There are so many resources that are available to entrepreneurs. Either they're free or they're very low cost. I would say learn as much as you can and get as far as you can just by doing the research on your own. And when you're ready, there are people who are willing to consult with you, guide you, you don't have to pay them to do the work for you. Try to find someone who can help you along when you get to you hit that wall of, I'm not sure what to do next. Then look at investing in someone to help you get past that. But if you want to learn and spend the time on it, there's so much that you can learn by yourself.
A good place to start. I noticed that there's a book, for example, Social Media for Dummies. Is that a good place to start?
You know what? If you've never been on those platforms before, a lot of those books are great introductions. Gary Vaynerchuk just released a book about creating different content for different platforms and how it fits into what does a great Facebook post look like versus what's great on Twitter or Instagram. And if you've never been on those platforms before, these books can be a great place to start.
Good. Well, it's been very enlightening. I thank you very kindly.
Thank you so much.
Hopefully we'll speak again.
Yes, hopefully.
Bye-bye.